Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Sagittarius reading. The new moon occurs on November 23rd, but it will affect the first at least week of December until the full moon on about the 7th. So it doesn't fall neatly into the way that we organize our calendar by months. However, this is a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with all of you. I do encourage you to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, any placement that's important to you for a fuller message. If this reading does resonate with you, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, and I appreciate all of the love and support I get from all of you. Thank you, Pisces. Your overall energy for the new moon in Sagittarius is the Nine of Swords. This is you really understanding that you are breaking a cycle of unhappiness and suffering in your life. This is about some kind of a generational shift. You're not the only person that's breaking a pattern in your family at this time, but you are breaking a pattern in a much more dramatic way than someone before you. You are recognizing the ways in which perhaps your conditioning, a family situation, family of origin, or a coming of age, a youthful experience has not served you, has not spoken to your needs or your desires, has not addressed your talents. This is where perhaps in the past your relationships you have not chosen for your own best interest. This is you really experiencing the grief of loss, experiencing the emotions associated with that, so that you can really recognize that the understanding you are gaining is as much about the idea that you are supposed to really recognize that you are learning a lesson and that these experiences exist and have existed for a reason. You would not be where you are without these painful experiences, and do believe that suffering is not punishment, and that can contribute that sense of guilt and having made a mistake and a lack of self-forgiveness can make this so devastating unless you're able to gift yourself with the forgiveness and the compassion that you are capable of with everyone else. In the 10th house, your social identity, the High Priestess. Wow. Healing is just coming out of you at this time, Pisces. Whatever you're doing, you are uplifting the experience of others by leaps and bounds. It is a little bit challenging for you on a physical and emotional level to do the healing work that you're doing, because you're simultaneously healing something within yourself as you automatically and naturally are inclined to recognize the support that others need and provide it. Whatever your talent is specifically magnified by your healing touch, your ability to understand the one love idea, the idea that we are all together, and whatever pain or difficulty others are experiencing, you know how to match that and transmute that and give it back in a form of healing. This is beautiful energy that reflects on your purpose and your not only experiences in this life, but the accumulative wisdom of many lifetimes. In the first house, we have Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is you planting seeds, you recognizing that you want to improve on the rewards of your efforts. You are analyzing the way you work, for whom you work, and the collaborators you work with and the rewards you gain. And you are looking with an eye to elevate those, improve those, work smarter rather than harder. In the fourth house, we have the King of Cups. And this is really reinforcing the idea that you have been so successful at transmuting your challenges, overcoming those vulnerabilities, learning to expose your vulnerabilities to your intimates in a way that allows you to process the journey of healing you've been on and has bolstered your resilience, your maturity, your recognition that others need support in overcoming challenges and obstacles. This is also about the ability to be non-judgmental in your desire to listen, support, and hear the needs of others, to hear their confessions, to hear their admissions of things that they don't feel good about. You're able to forgive others automatically and easily. This same quality you must internalize and share for yourself. You must give yourself the same compassion and forgiveness, because that is what is altering your suffering into wisdom. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, we have the Chariot. I see you really able to work with the challenges that exist in your environment. There is a lot of activity and chaos in your social environment, at your job, the way you're working with others. You have found those partners with whom you can move quickly and successfully to the targets that are expected of you. You are being successful. You're moving rapidly with tremendous focus towards success. And at this time, I feel this is you looking for a new job, a new placement as you are graduating, completing some service or effort in one area of your life. I see you looking for a new and a greater challenge. In the first house, the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Swords, in the second house, and the Empress in the third house. You are in your power when you are sharing your healing touch, your healing words, your counseling, your advisement, your ability to care and support others to the end of being more productive. This is where you are creative. You are spurring your colleagues, your friends, your collaborators on to greater abundance through the increased generation of ideas. You can come up with ideas constantly. You're never at an end to generate new ideas that can support others in thinking through experiencing their reality differently. You are aware that you want to change the way in which you are communicating. You're not happy with your colleagues, their values, the way they share ideas. There may be a lack of appreciation for your contribution or efforts. There may be a superficiality to those efforts, but you're no longer satisfied with that and you want to change. You want to grow your material stability. You are growing your values and you're recognizing that your values are not aligned with many in your working environment. The King of Cups in the fourth house is clarified by the Queen of Swords in the fifth house and the Knight of Pentacles in the sixth house. Yeah, there's a strong vibe of counseling here, of others coming to you to negotiate their arguments or disagreements. You are able to objectify the needs and information of others. You're able to listen in a way that is non judgmental. This is allowing you to negotiate or facilitate conversations that need to be had. And this supports you because you are in a position to document and elevate these discussions into information or data that is useful to your projects or you're moving towards your success. You're also in the vibe of planning carefully. You're not in a hurry. You are taking your time. So as you stage your successes, you're also staging an outward push for a new direction, a new position, a new way to do something that you're already doing. Because there's so much skill involved in what you do, it is taking time. It's taking you a while to figure out the way the vision will fit into the steps that are necessary to be taken. This is you being a leader in some critical way in your space of work, employment, activity, training, wherever you are. You're exhibiting leadership, but this is you leading yourself into a new direction as you are supporting and healing those in your current environment. The Chariot card in the 7th house is clarified by the 7 of Swords in the 8th house and the Hanged Man in the 9th house. You're absolutely understanding that you need to change your perspective. In one regard, you are privy to the gossip, the discredit, the unkind criticism, the thoughtless words, the hurtful words of others. They may not be said about you, they may be said about you, but it is more about the perspective or attitude of those that respond to the efforts of others in this way that you find not only unsatisfying but objectionable. This is a drain. However, in your leadership role, you are responsible for the information and communication of everyone. And this is something that you're stepping back from and really understanding what specifically about this is objectionable to you. Is it the lack of credit that you feel others are being ascribed with? Is it a lack of seriousness that others take your efforts with? Is it a lack of alignment of values, that this is something that your efforts are not valued by others? Whatever it is, you are now considering the source and you are not internalizing this unkind feedback. But you are recognizing that you have to change your perspective in order to work with energies at this place. And you, again, this is elevating your emotional maturity so that you recognize that these unkind comments are a reflection of the people that deliver them, not of you. And you're no longer stumbling over this, being stopped, or even deeply hurt or affected by these comments anymore. The High Priestess in the 10th house is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in the 11th house and the 8 of Pentacles in the 12th house. No matter what, you are continuing to work on yourself and the elevation of your craft or skills. You are recognizing that all change begins with you, and that's where you are focused on. This is brilliant. You're also coming up to a favorable time. Efforts you've been making and been frustrated by their lack of success or their lack of progress. that is changing. You have an opportunity to receive favor, to receive an offer, to receive reward or some good fortune. This is a lucky opportunity perceived by the universe because of your karma, the effort you have applied to working with others and generating new ideas is actually elevating your karma so that the universe is recognizing your effort and favoring some new project, some new effort that you are mounting. As always, Pisces, you are in your power with the 2 and the 3, the High Priestess and the Empress, in your communication and your social identity cards. I'm going to pull Flora and Fauna of Africa, and I pulled the brown fish owl. And the key word is courage to change. I love this. It says, a change is coming. Pay attention to details and stay one step ahead to unlock your full potential. I'm going to leave this here, Pisces. I hope this has been helpful. I thank you for your time and attention. And until next time, Namaste.